So remember a week or so ago when the CEO of United Healthcare got assassinated by Mr. Luigi? And now they're referring to it, they've turned his first name into a verb. They're saying he got Luigi'd. Yeah. And all over America, politicians were just crawling out of the woodwork to go on television and say, oh, this is a terrible thing and this shouldn't happen, and you know, these CEOs, they need better security and we need to change our culture and there's something wrong with America and this is a sickness, and oh my God, the guy was only worth $40 million and it's et cetera. And he only denied health care to millions of people. I mean, it's... Well, yesterday we had a 15-year-old girl shoot up another school. She apparently wanted to commit suicide and go out in a blaze of glory, take others with her, which is a story we have heard before, we've seen before, sadly. And I mean, they're still trying to figure out all the details, and there's stories that, she left behind this, a diary or a manifesto or whatever, and maybe not, and, but that's kind of all beside the issue. My question is, where are all those people who are on TV talking about how terrible it is the CEOs are getting shot? The CEOs, they just need to be brave, right? These brave CEOs, they're willing to go out in public for the risk of being shot. Oh my God, we should really respect these guys. What about our 10-year-olds? I mean, every school child in America right now is thinking, it could be me. And the Republican answer is, as J.D. Vance said, literally, when there was a school shooting during the campaign, J.D. Vance said, we need to get over it. Get over your outrage. Get over your concern. Forget about it. The gun industry owns the Republican Party, and the Republican Party owns America. Screw y'all. So what if your kids are being killed? It doesn't matter to billionaires. It doesn't matter to big corporations. In fact, big corporations are making a fortune selling these guns and manufacturing them. So as Vice President-elect J.D. Vance said, get over it. And why, by the way, is nobody on TV saying, well, nobody was saying get over it about the assassination of Brian Thompson, but J.D. Vance said get over it about the assassination of school children. I haven't heard a single person point that out. What's with the double standard? Why is it that we care more about corporate CEOs, multimillionaire CEOs, than we do about 12-year-olds or 7-year-olds? Is it because they're rich? I mean, these kids were attending a private Christian academy, right? So presumably their parents had some money, but I doubt any of them were actually billionaires. What if a billionaire kid got shot up in a school? Would suddenly that be all over the news? Is that how warped our values have become? I suspect that's true. The son of Jay Rockefeller was just killed in a public school, I'm not expecting to hear that, frankly, because billionaires don't typically send their kids to public schools. And the private schools they send them to are very rarefied and very secure. And many of them are not even in the United States. But what is going on with this country that we have just come to say, well, this is just the price of freedom? When 5 Republicans on the U.S. Supreme Court said that the founders intended us to all be able to have weapons so that we could take out the government if we don't like it. We can kill our elected officials and we can, defend our hearth and home. And therefore, it's an absolute right. I mean, this is Louis Brandeis said this is a fraud. One of the greatest frauds committed against the American people was this idea that the Second Amendment was to, allow the average person to own a gun. The Second Amendment is about militias. like the National Guard. Those are the state militias. That's what the Second Amendment references. But, you know, the Republicans on the Supreme Court, they were like, you know, the needs of the gun industry. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it lavishes the GOP with hundreds of millions. It's probably, you know, lavished the Republican Party with over $1 billion in the last couple of decades. And so, you know, Antonin Scalia and Clarence Thomas and Sam Alito, you know, the needs of the gun industry are far more important than the needs of our school children. Screw the school children. None of these people even have school children. What has happened to this country since the Supreme Court, since 5 Republicans said bribing politicians is just free speech? And that allowed the gun industry to take over the Republican Party. How sick is this? And how sick is our media to treat it like, well, it's just another day. Another shooting, another day. Oh my God, a CEO got shot? Oh, hey, stop the cameras, hold the, you know. Yeah, right.